Today we cast our gaze to the frosty reaches of the Arctic, unveiling a story as chilling as the icy winds that sweep its expanse. The Franklin Expedition, a quest for glory that morphed into one of the greatest maritime mysteries of the 19th century. The year is 1845. The age of exploration is in full swing. Nations compete for maritime dominance, and a significant prize awaits those who can traverse the Northwest Passage, a direct route between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It was a tantalizing shortcut, but the Arctic's deadly embrace had already claimed many ships. Enter Sir John Franklin. A seasoned naval officer and Arctic explorer, Franklin was confident he could succeed where others had failed. With 2 ships, the HMS Erebus and HMS Terror, and a crew of 129 men, he embarked on his daring voyage. Early letters from the crew hinted at optimism, but as the Arctic winter drew near, the ships became ensnared in ice near King William Island. That would be the last anyone would hear from the Franklin crew for years. As months turned into years, the optimism in England turned to concern and then to dread. Where was Franklin and his crew? Numerous search parties were sent, funded by both the government and Franklin's desperate wife. They found eerie signs but no living crew members. The first clues appeared on King William Island. A cairn, a pile of stones used as a marker, contained a chilling update. The ships had been trapped in ice for a year and a half, and 24 men, including Franklin, had died. The survivors, instead of heading south to populated areas, seemed to have gone further north into the desolate tundra. Among the grimmest aspects of the Franklin expedition's tale is the evidence suggesting that some crew members might have resorted to cannibalism in their final days. Such a decision is the darkest testament to human desperation, an unthinkable act born from the direst of circumstances. Archaeological investigations in the 1980s and 90s found clear cut marks on human bones on King William Island. The way these marks were positioned strongly suggested that flesh had been removed from them, and even bone marrow had been extracted. These weren't the acts of animals, but of men with tools, desperately seeking sustenance. Historians and scientists have debated the extent and nature of the cannibalism. Was it a last, desperate act of a few? Or was it more widespread among the surviving crew members? While we might never know the full extent, the very idea casts an even darker shadow over an already tragic tale. Theories about the crew's fate proliferated. Some believed they were poisoned by lead from poorly soldered cans or the ship's water system. Others suggested diseases like tuberculosis or pneumonia, and the legends of the native Inuit people told of sick men seen wandering the icy wilderness. Modern technology would eventually shed more light. In 2014, a Canadian team discovered the sunken wreck of HMS Erebus. 2 years later, HMS Terror was found, almost perfectly preserved, in Terror Bay. These discoveries were groundbreaking, but many questions lingered. Inuit oral histories, passed down through generations, were vital in locating the ships. Their ancestors had observed the expedition's final, desperate days. They spoke of white men who were seen traveling looking thin and weak. These testimonies gave weight to the idea that, after abandoning their ice-locked ships, the crew had tried and failed to journey to safety on foot. The Arctic's brutal conditions have always been its best defense. Temperatures that can drop below -50 degrees Celsius, unpredictable sea ice, and days or even months of darkness. It's a region where even the smallest error can result in death. Franklin's men faced all these challenges and more. The mystery of the Franklin expedition has reverberated through time. It has inspired novels, songs, and paintings. More than a cautionary tale of polar exploration, it underscores the limits of human endurance and the unpredictable might of nature. Today, as the wrecks of Erebus and Terror undergo study, there's an understanding of approaching this site with respect. It's not just a maritime mystery, it's a grave, a resting place for men who set off with dreams of glory and found only the cold embrace of the Arctic. In the vast, silent expanse of the Arctic, where time seems almost to stand still, the story of the Franklin expedition serves as a chilling reminder of nature's might and the cost of human ambition. As we ponder the icy waters, we remember those brave souls and the enigma they left behind. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe for more tales that echo through history's corridors.